Welcome back to the JMatt Show. Before we get started with this actually brand new video series I'm about to introduce to the channel, I got to get my content game up. Grab you some essentials, whatever you need to have a good time, get in the vibe, get in the zone with me. You know how we do. I got my Badu burning, so get whatever you need. We'll be back here in a second.
Straight over. Smokehouse beats. Pull it up inside a double cup. I'm counting bitches. She in the club twerking on everybody with me. Dreams are riding foreign. Pull up in the Bentley. I'm turning up. You know my city turning with me. Now turn up. Now turn up. Now turn up. Now turn up. Now turn up.
So we're back. This video that I think I'm brave enough to select and do a breakdown on. Not even, you know what? I'm not going to break it down. But I'm going to tolerate the discussion, and maybe y'all enjoy it and the reaction. And maybe we could have some type of conversation, dialogue in the comments below. So this video is something I scrolled across. I did not watch it, but I saw it and I saved it. I'm like, this might be something good to pop off the reaction channel with. So this is Out Loud with Claudia Jordan. I guess she has a show on Fox Soul. Never heard of it before. And this video was titled, Are Black Men Failing Black Women? Let's see what they talk about.
Claudia, you was getting ready to say, is it the woman's fault?
Or the man's fault.
Or the man's fault, which is a very good point. I think it's cyclic. I have to blame it first.
Cyclic?
No shade, men, but it's y'all
The
fault
word is
first.
cyclic?
Because if you go all the way back, we didn't
have to look
create
up
this.
cyclic.
We didn't create the misogynistic ideology of having to use our bodies to get stuff. We didn't create that. You all created that. We actually couldn't even vote. We couldn't even talk. We was tied up in clothes from our neck all the way to the floor.
True.
It was after, it was the way that they treated us, the way that men have put us in a predicament where we have had to utilize our assets to get things, that has made this, that has perpetuated this mindset. And so now it has spawned in all these different forms.
Yes.
And now it's just
I
a
need to
fool
note
everywhere.
that.
Now, can we stop
to address
it?
that.
Yeah, because you have women like, you have women on the call, all these women on the call right here that don't do that and know that they don't need to do that. But then our mothers, some of our mothers are not, and I have to blame mothers a little bit, because our mothers are harder on the women and they treat the boys like they baby fatter boys.
Can I say this, Selena? I
Yes.
used to say this all the time, that I believe that a lot of women, they raise their daughters, but they love their
Yes.
They what?
And so,
What'd you
and
say
then
about
I said they
Look at
raise
Lisa Ray
their
over there
daughters,
looking like a diva.
but they love their
Yes.
sons.
I love Lisa Ray.
So-
and so when,
But
so
a lot of
girls,
times you
young
see
girls
Vivica,
do not
she all
have.
bedazzled. She the only
We
one
don't
look out of
have
place.
the,
Something wrong
like
with
for
her,
me,
man.
like, and
I
I
don't know,
know
but
I have friends that
something
are
off.
daddy's girls, and I have such a
I am.
an admiration of that. Like I have an admiration for that, because I have a whole father who was a whole singer, and everything I got from him mostly. And I have absolutely no relationship with him. And my mother raised all of us, because it's all girls, real tough. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we're not, sometimes, and in my relationships with men, because this is my second husband, but in the relationships with men, I'm not trying to be Elizabeth Taylor R&B, but in relationships with men, I have been unable at times to be soft. And in the business, we were taught by our moms, be hard, take it, be strong, don't let them see you cry. That they have taken our God-given actual right to be feminine, to be soft, to be ladies, to be women. We have to kind of buck up all the time to get people to take us seriously. And some of that has bled into my relationship. So then when that happened to the man, now he like, oh, she acting like a diva and a bitch. And then he'll go and cheat on her or beat her to try to diminish her so that he can have some control. So I feel like it's cyclic. but I do feel like the men kind of
that word again, man.
off,
Is she saying
and then
that
the
right?
mothers didn't do good with trying to. We didn't fight for our rights early enough.
So.
You know what I'm saying? So
like
it's
just point that you made about that. I feel like Black women have never really had the luxury to be feminine, to be soft, because a lot of us, Lisa Ray, I know you had a really good relationship with your dad, and he was in your life, and a lot of us have not, and a lot of times, like, that's your first protector, right? So you out here in this world, no one's really protecting you. You don't have a big brother.
Posing even in the
have
video,
to be like that
man.
to make
Go
it.
ahead,
You got
Lisa.
white men making more money than you, white women,
Go ahead, Lisa.
Asian men, Asian women, and then it's like you wonder why we like this. It's a tool of survival. It's a survival tool, right?
And you know what, too, Claudia?
First of all, they took us. I was gonna say they took our dance from when they took us from Africa.
I was just about to say that.
Because we celebrate life by dancing, and the movement is just movement of a feel good. They've taken that and made it something totally different and not artistic, because even in Jamaica, Jamaica know how to wind that thing, man.
Yes.
And it makes you go, whoa, how can I learn that? How can I be down? But now it got exploited in a way in which now we're like Bernie Mac said in Players Club, now the white woman has said the best thing that anybody heard, pay me. You know what I mean? And so it became more of a pay me type of a ritual of let me do this for everybody as a show. Now it's a showpiece. It's dancing is for show.
Yeah,
and it's not for the art of it.
Sean Robbins says, bring back the adoration of Black women.
Yes.
And I've said this a lot of times that I think Black men and Black people forget. Hello, Mr. Man, Mr. Black man. We was getting beat and we were slaves equally. Mm-hmm. Like the master didn't say, oh, she a woman, so I'm not gonna beat her. Mm-hmm. We were beat the same, we were sold the same, we were separated from our kids the same. So I get sick of men acting like they're the only Black men acting like they're the only ones that's going through it and the world is bad to them. Black women are almost like on the bottom of the bottom. As far as how they view us, we also had to suffer the same trauma that Black men are dealing with as well, and the fact that we're women too. And I think that Black men could do a better job at nurturing us, because that's where it could start. You know what I'm saying? If they uplifted us more than what they do, then maybe we wouldn't be all up in the TV screen with our asses and shit shaking and shit, because they be right in the screen. Yeah, girl, you doing it. Oh, I like that. They right in there talking about how wonderful it is and how great it is, and hyping up that.
Do y'all
men like ass.
Do you think Black men are failing Black women when it comes to protecting us?
Yep.
I know it's a very big statement, a big question.
Yeah, y'all. All these statements is big and broad, and
I do. I think there are good Black men out there. I think it's case by case, but as a whole, I absolutely do. And it's not because they choose other races. That's not the reason. I think that we are a mirror of them, of their pain. We are a reflection of their pain. And I think because Black men have low self-esteem in a lot of areas, and they feel like
they can't facts, but she like Satan one side of the argument,
satisfy us like we should, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. I think they give up on us because we demand their greatness. We demand the best out of them.
Didn't she just say y'all a reflection of our pain?
I don't know.
That's a good statement.
Vivica, I want to bring you.
That is
maybe.
I wish that sometimes with men that they work as hard having good relationships with women as they do with their boys.
Yeah. Okay. And I want to be clear to anyone that's watching this. This is not a male bashing segment.
No,
it's not.
Not at all.
We all
my bad.
love
this is
men,
keeping it real.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have to have these conversations to start.
This is how women keep it real.
We're not together right now, right? We're like on two different pages.
That's the truth.
And
it's just the truth.
We're like riding for each other and like really protecting each other. Like when you see a little girl that's being turned out, don't call her a hoe. Figure out what's going on with her. What happened to this little girl? That could be your daughter.
Right.
Like we got to be more like that, and not like laughing at it. And we need more of a community feel with us.
The very fact that African American. Oh, go on here, Lisa.
You was talking to
Selena need her own show.
I was just gonna say real quickly, the very concept of trafficking and the fact that Black men traffic Black women, bad. Batter them. That's a fool to
Yeah,
me already.
yeah. I was going to piggyback off of that
That ain't
because
nothing
I
but
was going to
pimping.
say, really, what it is that
You can't be a
our
pimp if it
men
ain't
are
no
not
hoes.
being held accountable for what it says back in the Bible days is that when a man finds a wife, he is to find a good thing. And
Yes.
so he is the leader, he is the king, he is the provider. But if you come to us and you're not that, then you're forcing us to take on what you were supposed to take on in the beginning. Therefore, there's a wedge automatically in the relationship. So he's trying to play catch up. And so what we do, because our men are catching up, we actually allow him to bring other things and fold other things into the relationship to accommodate him, to help offset some of the things. Meaning, to me, I've always said, if I'm not enough for you in the bedroom in a relationship, then you need to go ahead and do that then. Because we're not going to double dip. We're not going to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm enough. I am enough. But if you're bored with something, well, then let's talk about why you're bored. Because give me the option to be able to make that up, to learn some new tricks, to do some other things so you're not bored. But let's find that in each other. Because I feel like if you start doing it in your relationship and bringing in other people, then that means you bringing in more havoc to be able to have to iron out. And it becomes too much.
When I hear men, brothers say they got with a white woman because they'll do anything. They're freaky. I'm like, if that black woman feels comfortable with you as her leader, her king, the man that she feels comfortable with, you can get all of that.
Yes,
and
yes.
That's not necessarily
now we got
true.
a viewer a question from Lavania, 1971.
I
He says,
beg to
okay,
differ.
so can y'all take direction from a black man from a place of love without getting defensive? Ladies, we do this. We get defensive.
Listen.
Cool
I want to start answering that first.
That's cool.
This is my thing, though. It comes from who's giving directions. If you're someone that I respect, and if I was in a relationship with you as my man, absolutely, I'm gonna give you respect. I want you to be the man of the house.
That shit sound crazy.
If you are not behaving as the man of the house, and I, as the woman, am carrying the majority of the load, the respect goes where? Out the window. So that's what's happened to me with relationships nowadays. Is that, having a good partner takes
photo shoot.
Work from both sides. You can't just dominate me if you're living off of me and I'm taking care of you, but then you want to dominate me and tell me what to do. That's not going to work.
A penis does not make you a man alone. It can't.
That part. Can I tell you? I interviewed DeAndre Whitfield. His new book, Male versus Man.
Yep.
Book that I recommend for a lot of young.
He's real smart.
And men in general to read this book. When I interviewed.
All right, nobody want to hear about that. That's a lot of information in that video. And I'm not gonna jump on them because I do it too on the JMatt show on the podcast. Like, we make general blanket statements for the sake of discussion. So I get where they're coming from. I'm pretty sure the discussion evolved into other things, but just this part. I wish women would talk more about their shortcomings in these type of dialogues with each other. I don't know if they do it in private, and maybe they just don't want to do that on Fox Soul. But if y'all inserted some of y'all's like shortcomings into the equation, maybe it would help men understand where y'all coming from a little bit more, and help bridge that gap of communication. Because typically all we hear is you, and you don't, you need, and then there's really no place to like meet at a middle ground. Like, okay, well, I'll tell you some things that I have difficulty doing. I'll tell you some areas in my life where I need to improve based on some shit that happened back when, before you was involved in my life. And she shares some of the things that she went through with no siblings, or a single mother, getting pregnant at a young age, or being an abusive. Come to the table, be able to like get uncomfortable, because it's uncomfortable to share those type of moments with people. Like it's to be vulnerable. That's the word. It's uncomfortable to get vulnerable with somebody and really let them into, like, because everybody need to have some type of space for themselves. You know what I'm saying? But that's a personal type of growth that every individual needs to go through, where you feel comfortable with you in order to share you with the person that you with. Until you get to that point, you'll just have a whole lot of finger pointing going on, and that leads to nowhere. That leads to Fox Soul conversations about are black men failing black women with no accountability, at least in this clip. Make sure if you like the video, hit the subscribe. It's the JMatt Show. See y'all next time.